sunshine, blue skies, marine clouds. Just a perfect day to go outside and relax. That's your forecast. We'll be right back.
Yeah, sunny days, sunny days, sunny days. No clouds in the sky, about to get away. Feels like it's been a freaking decade. Sorry, don't call me cause I'm gonna be on break. Sunny days, sunny days.
Hello and welcome to Dressmaking Amore. In this video, I'm so excited to show you how you can sew this stunning little romantic dress with pretty puffed sleeves and the most gorgeous slightly open back with a pretty bow. This dress has a flattering A-line skirt with some fullness at the back and a little open window right underneath our ties. It's fitted with an elastic here at the waist back, so this dress is really comfortable while being so elegant. So let's get started sewing this dress using our new Eloise PDF sewing pattern, which you can get at the link below this video. Here are the materials you'll need. I chose this pretty light blue linen fabric for my dress, and I recommend a light to medium weight woven fabric such as a poplin, linen, rayon, eyelet cotton, or silky fabrics. Now I'll cut out my pattern pieces from my fabric and make sure to transfer the marks to make it easier to sew in the process. Here are the pieces: the front, back ties, sleeve, skirt front, and skirt back. Please refer to the pattern booklet for more detailed instructions. Okay, let's get to sewing. We'll start by transferring the darts on the front detail to the other side. Pin the bust darts and the waist darts. Then sew. Make sure you don't have any pointy ends at the darts, and to do this you can make 3 to 5 stitches at the end right along the edge of the fabric. Sew the waist darts as well. First, press the seam allowances of the darts. Then press the bust darts down towards the waistline. Though you can press them in any direction you want, I do prefer it like this. And cool them down with a wooden tailor's clapper. And the waist darts are pressed towards the center. On the front detail, fold 5 mm or 1/4 inch to the wrong side and press. Then mark 1 to 2 cm or 3/8 inch from the folded edge and fold the edge again towards the marked line. Pin and press. Top stitch or sew your front neckline. You can add 1 cm wide strip of interfacing here to the neckline before folding the edge and sewing if you'd like some extra stability here. Pin the backside detail number 2 with tie number 3. Pin matching all of the marks. Sew and finish the edges. Use either one of these seams here: French seam, a flat seam, or a serger seam. Press the seam towards the side. And even the edges if needed. Now stay stitch the top and bottom edge of the ties to keep the edges from overstretching. Finish the edges of the back ties with a baby hem. Do this by folding the top edge 1 cm or 3/8 inch to the wrong side and stitching 2 mm or 1/8 inch from the edge. Use an edge foot if possible. Trim away the seam allowances as close to the stitch as you can. Press to get rid of any excess waviness in the fabric. Now fold the edge seam again. Hold the threads behind the machine so it won't jam the fabric in the beginning, and machine stitch over the first seam, creating a very narrow hem. Baby hem the top edge, the points of the ties, and the bottom edge of the back as well. and press the ties. Place the bodice front and bodice back right sides together and pin the side seams. And make the side seams even. You can trim away the stretched edges of the side seam if you need to. Sew the side seam. And finish your edges. Press the side seams towards the front. Fold your sleeve right sides together and pin the side seam. Make sure that you have 2 symmetrical sleeves here. Sew and press the side seams of the sleeves. Look for the 2 notches on the sleeve that indicate that this is the back side of the armhole. And pin the sleeves into the armhole, matching the side seam and the marks at the bodice back and the back side of the sleeve. Start pinning from the side seams, and the front mark on the armhole matches the front neckline. Now sew the sleeve into the armhole. Serge around the armhole and the sleeve edge. And hide your serger threads. To create an elastic casing on the sleeve, we need to fold the sleeve edge to the wrong side 1.5 centimeters or 1/2 inch and pin. Pin the sleeve edge at the front neckline edge and then pin at the back armhole and then at the center. Then continue to fold and pin in between these points. Press here as this will help to shrink the inner edge of the casing. Sew 1.5 centimeters or 1/2 inch from the folded edge forming your elastic casing. Start at the front neckline going around the sleeve to the back side of the armhole and backstitch at both ends. Insert your elastic into the casing. I use 2 safety pins, 1 on each end, so that I won't lose the elastic in the process. Now try on the bodice to check the length of the elastic, as different elastics will behave differently, so your length will vary from the stretchiness of your chosen elastic. Reinforce it at the ends and repeat for the other sleeve. Now we're going to hem our sleeves. Fold 5 to 6 millimeters to the wrong side and press. Then fold again 1.5 centimeters and pin to form the casing. Sew 1 to 2 millimeters or about 1/8 inch from the edge to create the casing. Leave about 3 centimeters or 1 inch unsewn. With a safety pin, insert your elastic and then sew the ends of the elastic. Evenly distribute the gathering in the casing and sew the opening closed. If you're making a top instead of the entire dress, you can simply finish the waistline edge of the top here and you are done. Now we'll move on to our skirt. Pin the front skirt to the bodice front right sides together, matching the center marks. And sew the front waistline and finish the edge. And press. Sew the center seam of the back skirt and press here as well. Now fold 5 millimeters or 1/4 inch to the wrong side, pin and press. Fold again 2.5 centimeters or 1 inch from the edge, pin and press. Sew 1 to 2 millimeters or about 1/8 inch from the edge to create the casing. Insert the elastic, and now we can reinforce the elastic at the sides. And give it a light press. Pin the back skirt to the front skirt at the side seam, pieces right sides together. This is really important here that the ends of the elastic waistline should meet with the corner edge of the ties. Make sure that your elastic waistline meets the back here. Sew the side seams. Start sewing from the middle of the bodice side seam here. Finish your edges. And press your side seams. I press them towards the front here. Cool them down using a wooden tailor's clapper. Hem the dress using a rolled seam or a baby hem to finish the bottom edge of our dress, and press the hem. And as always, give your garment a final press, and we are done with our ethereal Eloise dress. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this inspires you to sew a dress for yourself. I know you'll love it. You can get the PDF downloadable sewing pattern that I used at the link in the description of this video, and happy sewing!